Honestly, I'm just so excited to be filming. Hello, beautiful friends and book lovers. I hope that you're all doing well. If you're new here, hello, welcome. Here at my channel, I like to just talk about all the books that I've been reading. This video is a wrap up from May and June. I didn't get a chance to film in May. May was a little hectic with it being the end of the school year. But that being said, I have a lot of good books to talk about. And then also at the end of the video, near the end of the video, I talk about all the TV shows and movies that I have watched. So I've got 2 months worth of TV media to talk about as well. But first, oh my gosh, and I said this, I was like, I need to get the book that I'm currently reading because I wanted to show you guys. Be right back, let me go grab that. Okay, I think I've said this in videos before. Maybe I mentioned it on bookstagram, maybe both, whatever, semantics. But I always have a physical book that I'm reading, an e-read, usually via NetGalley or like Kindle app on my phone. I don't have like an e-reader. That's just one more thing that I'd have to remember to charge. And then I'm always listening to an audiobook. So right now I'm listening to Girl in the Creek, I think. I want to say that's courtesy of Macmillan Audio. Holy shit, really? Oh my gosh, I'm not going to edit that out. I'm not going to edit that out because I just got on NetGalley to double check if The Girl in the Creek, the one that I'm currently reading, is by Macmillan because I don't want to say the wrong publisher. So hold the phone because you know what? I just got on here and saw that I was approved to listen to Forget Me Not by Stacey Willingham. Hello. When I see these sometimes, it feels like I'm like winning a lottery, you know, like it just feels so good. So I'm going to keep that in so you guys can see the excitement because I did not know about that. Okay, hold on. So right now, focus. Right now, I am reading Girl in the Creek. It's got a really creepy cover. I'll put it up here so you guys can see it. Okay, it is by Macmillan Audio. Just had to double check. This one is, I'm actually really liking it. I think I only have like 20% left. But I'll keep my thoughts on that for next month's wrap up. But that's my current audiobook. For my e-read, I purchased Lisa Jewell's newest book, Don't Let Him In. That's like the one that she just came out with. That one's crazy. I think I'm maybe like 65% through. And then my physical book is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. On Bookstagram, I've been sharing that this is my first V.E. Schwab. I never read The Life of Addie LaRue. I don't know. Never read it. Or her other books. She's got quite a few because I was looking in here. This one though, I love the writing for sure. I'm not very far in, but yeah, I mean, it's been good. It's been good. I'll report back, but that is what I'm currently reading. Let me know in the comments what you guys are currently reading too. Let me know about those new books or old books, if that's what you're reading. And I did have to say, I put this book on the top of my pile because in the wrap up that I recently posted, which was my April wrap up, but it took me forever to get edited and on here, I shared that I wasn't loving Remarkably Bright Creatures, and I don't even have that long left. And I said it would be in my May wrap up because I was like, I'm going to read it. And I didn't. I haven't picked it back up. And I'm like, I need to actually do it. If you watch that wrap up, you already know. I'm going to save you the time and the energy, but I'm just not jiving with it. I don't know what the heck. All right, let's get into the books that I actually did read. In May, I read Alex North's The Man Made of Smoke. This is a very thin thriller, which I'm going to be honest, my perfect thriller, I know I say this all the time. My perfect thriller is like a little over 300. It's that sweet spot between 300 and 350. Like anything over 350, I'm like, all right, could have been shortened. Anywho, I really like this. It's not my favorite Alex North. That would be The Whisper Man, which I still don't even think is on these shelves. Anyways, that book is fantastic. That one's really good. I did like this. If you're new here, this is my rating scale and how I grade and how I rate the books that I read. I would say to go get this book now. I think it's a really fast thriller. It's about this guy who had a run-in with a serial killer in the past, okay? Like when he was a young child. And that has basically haunted him his entire life, was that he like came face to face with this serial killer. I don't want to get too much into it. I mean, this is really just the synopsis here. But basically, one line in here is it possible that the monster he remembers from his childhood nightmares has returned after all these years? So it's like, Is the serial killer back? Did he go on a hiatus? What's going on? Loved it. Flew through it. Like I said, not my favorite Alex North, but I would suggest, I mean, I got it from Book of the Month, which as you can see behind me is usually where I get all of my books. So if you're already a member and you didn't get this, I would suggest adding it to your box. If you're looking for a quick and fast thriller. If you're not a member, I absolutely love it, as you can see. So I'll have my referral link in the description box below. The next book is not one I would suggest adding to your Book of the Month box because what the heck? Count My Lies by Sophie Stava. You guys, I already gave my 2 cents on this in my April wrap up. I guess this is becoming a movie. I feel like I saw Lindsay Lohan was starring in it. My beef with it is so much like another thriller. And sure, the ending is like, hold on. Okay, yes, the ending is like slightly different from the original thriller that this feels like a massive ripoff from. But yeah, I can't, first off, it felt like the first 70 to 80 pages, nothing happened. And as you can see, it's a quick thriller as well, just like The Man Made of Smoke. So I'm fine if it's a quick thriller when you've got a lot going on. But when you're wasting the first like 80 pages of the book, I can't justify it being this short of a thriller. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, I couldn't get that bad taste out of my mouth, you know, like that it just feels like a huge ripoff. Again, just my opinion. Apparently it's getting a lot of hype, hence the movie. I don't know. But yeah, I would skip it. A book that I listened to, courtesy of Simon & Schuster Audio, was a thriller, Our Last Wild Days by Anna Bailey. I ended up really liking this one. It has a Louisiana setting. The narration for this audiobook was incredible. But basically it follows a woman whose estranged friend turns up dead in like one of their local bayous, essentially. So she's kind of like going back and seeing what happened, who killed her. And yeah, I would say it's more of like a slow burn mystery, but I ended up finishing it and it just like sat really well with me. Like I just thought the book was really good. I was engaged the entire time. I feel like it's a great audiobook listen. I use Libro FM for all of my audiobook purchases, so I'll put that down below if you're in the mood for a good audiobook. But yeah, I mean, it's like a slow burn mystery. I felt like it had a really good cast of characters. And yeah, I mean, I know I've said this a lot, but the narration was incredible. And I feel like it was just a really atmospheric novel. Okay, a physical book. I was so excited. If I don't buy my books through Book of the Month, I will go through Tertulia, which is like an indie bookstore. They have a really good yearly subscription. I think it's like $25 and you always get like 20% off of books if you get that subscription or a member. And it's just nice to support indie, in my opinion. So anyways, was bummed that Riley Sager was not a Book of the Month choice because I feel like he almost always is or has been. But his new book, With a Vengeance, just came out. Y'all, you guys already know. Y'all already know. I either love his books, 382 is the page count. Words. I either love his books or like hate them. I feel like this is my first, like, I disliked it, but I don't hate it. Like I hated like The House Across the Lake or Survive the Night. You know, those I'm like, get them off my shelf, you know, not really. But no, this one was like, I just didn't really like it. On the back, it says that it's a mashup of Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None and Murder on the Orient Express. So that being said, I went into the book knowing that it likely wasn't going to be unique. Like it's telling you that it's a mashup of those two books, right? So we know that there are going to be common themes and it literally takes place on a train. Basically, our main character, her family was killed. All of her family, her parents and her brother and a bunch of other people on a train in the past. And she has like this vendetta. She believes that these 6 individuals all kind of had a part in the murder of her family. I'll leave it at that. I felt like it was a really big slow burn. Rating scale wise, I would probably say like decent but flawed. It just was slower. There are some fun elements in it that keep you guessing and keep you kind of on the edge of your seat in regards to who we think like the murderer is. I mean, she's got these 6 people that she's blaming, but like, are they actually all to blame, etc. I don't know. I would skip it. I really would. I mean, it's not like a terrible book. The writing is fine. Whatever. It just was boring and slow and not one of my favorites. If you haven't read Riley Sager, the ones I would recommend are The Only One Left. Hold on, let me pull them. I would recommend Middle of the Night. This was his newest release before this one came out, and I loved it. It got mixed reviews, but like this one, completely different. Like hooked the entire time, spooky vibes, really so good. And then The Only One Left is really good, and Lock Every Door is also really good. But yeah, I would probably skip this one. Okay, another audiobook that I listened to that I loved, new fave by this author, is 50/50 by Steve Kavanaugh. This is another thank you to Simon & Schuster Audio. I did not know that Steve Kavanaugh had this series with Eddie Flynn. The first time I ever heard Steve's name was when he came out with, oh my gosh, let me find it. This book that I read last year, Kill for Me, Kill for You. That's the first time I ever saw Steve's name, okay? Loved this. I think this made my top 10 of 2024. I'll link that video up here. Loved it. So I was super excited to see that he had a series. I feel like you don't have to read all of them. It's kind of like the Karen Slaughter vibes where you can kind of just like pick up one of her books. And like, yeah, you're going to be missing some character backstory, but like each crime or whatever in the book is different. And like, it's, in my opinion, really easy to jump into. But yeah, that's how 50/50 is. That book came out a couple years ago. It's not new. I wonder if they just like did the audio for it or something. But yeah, I really liked it. It's about these 2 sisters who their dad was murdered, and it's one of them. Like, you don't know. They're twins, actually. I'm pretty sure they're twins. And they're both being tried in court for his murder. And the whole time, you can see the cover here, it's a chessboard. The whole time you're like, it's her. No, it's her. It's her. No, it's her. Like, it was really good. I had so much fun with it. I was so hooked. It's my favorite book of his. I think maybe even more so than that one. No, now that I think about it. Kill for Me, Kill for You was really good. But this is like right up there. It's definitely my favorite audiobook of his that I've listened to. So I would go get this book now. Like I said, it's not a newer book. So if you're going to rent it from your library, you're probably going to have pretty good luck checking it out. But yeah, I mean, it's like a ping pong match. Seriously, it is so much fun. I like how I just said ping pong match, even though it's literally chess on the cover. It's like a chess game. Okay, just kidding, not last book. Last physical book. The Lion Women of Tehran. Guys, this book was so good. If you follow me on bookstagram, you already know. 5 stars, amazing. The font is teeny tiny, so it took me quite some time to read. This is about 2, I don't even know. It's a book about friendship. It is not a thriller. Okay, last physical book. Also, my husband's in the kitchen, so you may be hearing him a little bit in the background. 2 more books to talk about. This last physical one, The Lion Women of Tehran. So good. I'm sure it's gonna make my top 10 video. Not a thriller. It's really just an amazing story about friendship. It's about these 2 girls, 2 women, but the book it really follows them from their childhood, basically throughout their whole lives. And they're in the country of Iran. It's so good. It's a thinner read, but the font is pretty small. So it did take me quite some time to read. I also think I maybe was still working. I'm a teacher, if you're new here. I think it may have been like the end of the school year, so I wasn't really reading a lot. Whatever, semantics. It took me probably like 2, maybe 3 weeks to read this. So good though. It's really just a story about friendship. And this is like a pretty politically heavy book as well. just based on the countries past. And honestly, it was so good. And I talked about it on Bookstagram, and then I love when you do that and then an author sees it and they respond to you. And she was just so nice and sweet. And I was like, I love this book so much. Yeah, it's truthfully just an incredible read. It's an incredible read. It was the last of the book of the year books from book of the month that like I don't think I physically owned. I still have The Wedding People. This is my TBR shelf here, this bottom one. I still have to read The Wedding People, but I think this was the last of the 5 nominees. Yeah, book of the year finalists that I didn't own. So I got it from book of the month as an add-on. And then I just, I'm like a mood reader. I feel like we're all kind of mood readers, but yeah. Anyways, it's so good. You guys, you have to read it. It's incredible. All right, this last book does not come out until January, but you guys, you can't forget about it because I thought it was so good. And now I'm thinking about it, and I think I just told somebody that it's like the thriller of the summer, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even think it comes out until January. Let me check. Let's see, January 16th, 2026. Expected publication, whatever. Let me just get to it. The book is It Should Have Been You by Andrea Mara. This is the same author who wrote Someone in the Attic, which, where is it? I was looking for the hot pink square. I'm like, okay, it's easy to find, but I have shelves below here as well. And it was on there. Someone in the Attic, Andrea Mara. I love this book. I know it has like a ton of mixed reviews. I thought it was really interesting and good. Okay, so when I saw it was approved to read it, thank you so much, Viking Books, I really was excited. And I loved it. Oh my gosh, this is just crazy. So basically, it starts off with a woman who, she has 2 sisters that she's really close with, and they all live near each other. Okay, so she's like pissed off at one of her neighbors, and she writes this like pretty nasty message about the woman, basically just like complaining about her. And instead of sending it to her sisters, she accidentally posts it to like, you know how there are like those neighborhood apps or whatever? I used to be on one. Okay, now we're gonna get sidetracked. I used to be part of one like years ago, before I had my own kids, before we even lived where we live now. And I just remember being like, and it was probably a user error, but I remember just being so annoyed with like all of the notifications and people just posting like frankly stupid shit on there. And I'm like, I don't care literally about any of this. So then I got rid of it. I probably could have just like did something with the notifications, but apparently I couldn't be asked. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, the book. So that's what happens. And oh my gosh, her sisters are like, you just posted this, like, or whatever. Maybe she like texted them and then also accidentally posted it. I don't know, but it was a hot mess express. And I'm like reading this for her and my heart just like dropped. I'm like, oh my gosh, can you just imagine that happening? Like, oh goodness. So yeah, it was one of those books that's like, it's just a nail biting situation. Like, whatever. I was hooked the entire time. The woman who did this is newly postpartum. She just had her first baby. She's dealing with postpartum depression and anxiety. Like, she is just in the throes of it. And then she's got her 2 sisters, and then like there's something going on with, well, whatever. I won't get too much into it, but it's very like nail biting. You have point of views of, I think, one of the husbands. You have point of views of several of their kids. Like the sisters, the 2 other sisters, I think, have like teenage daughters. So there's point of views there because like there's the whole drama going on with like the teens too, but all of it's like mixed together. It's crazy. Okay, there's a murder in the book. Murders, maybe. I don't know. It was a nail-biting thriller, super fast. And like I said, I mistakenly told somebody that this is like, you got to go get it right now and like take it to the pool or the beach or your couch, wherever you're going to have some downtime. But yeah, it looks like it's not coming out until January, but I'll mention it in later reviews too. Hopefully I can remember. So you guys don't forget about it because I thought it was a very fast pace. And like I just said, like Just a nail-biting thriller. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for all of the books that I read and listened to in May and June. And now I'm going to be talking about some TV shows and movies. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. If you're new here, I would love if you could hit that subscribe button and that little post notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new bookish related video. But yeah, let's get chatting about TV. 31 years old and I just watched Django Unchained for the first time. I don't know what the heck. It was incredible. I knew it had like an all-star cast. I don't know why. I don't know why I've never watched it, okay? It had my boy Leo in it. Incredible. Incredible. I'm sure all of you guys have seen it already. I'm like so late to the game. Honestly, really good movie. Probably one of the better ones I will have watched this year. We also watched Memento. I think I posted about that one on Bookstagram after and was like, hello, can anyone explain to me like what the heck I just watched? Somebody responds and they were like, I actually felt the same and like I can't even really help you out. It's like one of those movies, but it's really highly rated. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Maybe I wasn't in a good headspace for it. It was really confusing. I feel like my husband understood it more than me. I'll put it that way. I was just like, I'm like the person that's always asking questions in the movie and he's kind of like, let's just watch it. Like the movie's probably going to answer the questions for us. You know, it's like that kind of dynamic. I don't know what the heck. I was confused. Probably skip it. I've also been watching Top Chef. You guys know I love my Gordon Ramsay. I love anything he has to do with any shows that have him in it. Words. Top Chef does not have him in it. However, it's always one that like I've had on in the background over the years, but I've never like fully watched. But I'm like fully watching it on Peacock. And I really like it. I think it's interesting because it's like legit chefs, you know? Like these are executive chefs in their own restaurants, like already established, competing. So it's different in that regard. Like you're watching already very talented chefs. So like the meals are just outrageous. I mean, it's really, really so fun to watch. Also just finished Love Island USA. I love to see that Love Island USA is finally getting more hype. The first like several seasons, in my opinion, people were like not watching. I've always been a UK Love Island girl, more so than Love Island US, but the past couple years I have been watching Love Island US. But I feel like this is the first season where I saw like everybody talking about it, you know? So I'm happy that it's gaining more traction here in the States. Not my favorite season. I feel old when I watch it now. I do. And some of you are going to be like, you're not old. Thanks, guys. You're so nice. But I feel my age. Maybe I should say that. I feel my age. I don't feel old. I feel my age. I'm like not understanding most of the lingo. I'm like watching it. Everybody's so immature. I'm just sitting there like, oh my gosh. My husband will walk in and be like, really, this is what you're doing with your spare time. It's like one of those things, you know, but it's entertaining. That's why I watch it. It's entertaining. And then last but not least, he's going to crack up when he watches this because I'm going to say we are playing Expedition 33. And by we, I mean my husband is playing Expedition 33. And I am watching him play and give my 2 cents. But that's been really interesting. He has heard that it might like win Game of the Year. And we do watch the Game of the Year awards too. You guys I love my award shows. I don't even care what award it is. I want to watch it. But yeah, so we always watch that. And he's like, hey, it's getting a lot of, you know, there's a lot of buzz about it. I'm all right, sweet, let's watch it. It's pretty good so far. I mean, yeah, I'm having fun. The graphics are insane. Story's been unique for sure. It's very like sci-fi. I don't know. I truthfully, I don't even know where to begin in explaining like what it's about. But if you're interested, watch a trailer on it. Actually, maybe don't watch a trailer because when I've told people that we're playing it, they're like, don't look anything up, like major spoilers, whatever. So I don't know. Maybe don't watch a trailer. Who knows? Maybe just if you're looking for a new game that's getting a lot of buzz. I think he's playing it on the PS5. I should know. I mean, I'm watching. Yes, because he's playing with the PS5 controller. Anyways, guys, that is it in terms of movies and shows. I'm just double checking my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. I guess a new season of Love Island UK has been out. So I got to log back. I think that one's on Hulu. Love Island USA was on Peacock. So I gotta see. I gotta relog into Hulu. Anyways, my friends, thank you as always so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.